The new NRA president just gave a disgusting excuse for mass shootings. The NRA's gyrations to blame anything other than the easy availability of profitable assault weapons for the plague of gun violence in America were on display again today as the gun lobbying organization's new president, convicted felon Oliver North, went on Fox News Sunday to deflect the latest attacks on the NRA in the wake of the 22nd school shooting of the year to date. North, whose felony convictions for obstructing justice and accepting an illegal gratuity in the Iran-Contra scandal were later overturned on a technicality, blamed our nation's culture of violence for the rash of murderous attacks rather than the overabundance of weapons that enable those attacks, in a linguistic variation of the standard NRA trope of guns don't kill people, people kill people. The disease in this case isn't the Second Amendment. The disease is youngsters who are steeped in a culture of violence, North told Fox News this morning. The former Marine went on to deflect blame from the NRA towards the pharmaceutical industry for the wave of violence, citing without evidence the prevalence of Ritalin prescriptions for teens suffering from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, as a primary cause of teen-initiated gun violence. They've been drugged in many cases. Nearly all of these perpetrators are male. And they've come through a country where violence is commonplace, North claimed. North conveniently forgets about Stephen Paddock, the 64-year-old perpetrator of the Las Vegas massacre who killed 58 people and critically wounded countless others, as well as the many other adult killers who would have been unable to carry out their deadly agendas without the guns made by the companies who pay him to shill their wares. Instead, the NRA president ignored his own advice to treat the disease rather than the symptoms by pushing for metal detectors, armed security, and the NRA's School Shield program of security assessments as solutions rather than the underlying disease of gun availability. I believe that we can make sure kids are protected without taking away the rights of law-abiding citizens, the man paid by the corporations profiting from weapons sales said. The fact of the matter is that the U.S. culture of violence stems from the availability of guns, not the media, drugs, bad parenting, or any other excuses North may come up with. It doesn't take a massive intellect to see the correlation between a country's gun regulations and its murder rates, but no matter how many times one brings up the example of the plunge in mass shootings in Australia after they tightened gun regulations and conducted a mass buyback of weapons in 1996, NRA supporters refuse to accept the obvious conclusion: people without guns don't kill people, people with guns kill people.